All right, welcome back to Kanell and Bell. Yesterday, I was looking at tickets possibly to go down to Miami to watch the Rockets play the Heat.
Yeah.
Mike, if I'm going to go down to all make the drive, I want to see a good opponent that has some superstars on it and see potentially a good game. 6 o'clock was perfect tip time. I was going to take my youngest daughter. And I was like, you know what? She had a little flu, so I was like, all right, I'm not going to go. Good thing I didn't, because the game wasn't very competitive. 46-14 after the first quarter. We were talking about the flu. They had the South Beach flu.
They had the South Beach
flu. It is known about it. Vegas likes to play it. A lot of people in the know like to always fade the team that's going to travel to Miami. All right, so walk us through this from your perspective as an NBA player.
Yeah.
Like, is there any doubt that Harden, Westbrook, the rest of the team, that they weren't at Club Live, which has kind of been speculated and rumored about, until late in the hours on a Saturday night? That's the other thing. It's a Sunday night game.
Saturday night.
And so that means Saturday night they had the night.
It is crucial when you're playing in Miami that you play a weeknight game, and to some degree that you get in and you're on a back-to-back. And I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes the back-to-back doesn't matter because we get in off of the flight and still find your way to the beach.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's just starting to get going.
But it's a lot. You have a much higher probability of playing well if you're there on a back-to-back. And guys are just like, I'm tired. I don't want to go out. We got to play tomorrow. If you're there on a Saturday, and you've probably been there all day Saturday.
Yeah. Got a nice nap, so you're good to go.
Yeah, that's not a recipe. All you have to do, before I even looked at the box score, I said, all right, let me give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe everybody played just didn't shoot well.
Yeah.
Let's look at the hustle stats.
Yeah.
Let's look at everybody's normal amount of rebounds and assists and all of that. And if they're in line with what they normally do, I'll take a step back. All of those numbers down across the board.
Right.
Cats had no energy.
None whatsoever. It happens in every sport. It doesn't happen as much in football because there's so much more control.
Yeah.
You only get there the night before. There's a curfew. So there's no curfew in the NBA.
Right.
Never?
Never.
They don't even say, do they recommend, hey, be in by midnight, be in by 1? Because you don't have to be up early.
And honestly, I probably had a curfew somewhere along the line, way back.
Playoffs, maybe? Not even the playoffs. They just trust you as professionals.
They just trust you to
It is weird as grown men who are paid to do something that coaches have to do that. NFL is different, though. There's only one game a week.
Yep.
The couple of times that I've seen it get a little bit sideways is when we would travel west from the East Coast. We would leave 2 nights before, so guys would get into it a little bit, either starting on the plane, where there was one running back that was really puking on himself on the plane. It was a West Coast trip, and he was a really good running back. We were going to San Francisco and, lost it, and we had to carry him into the bus. It was bad. He was passed out from the plane ride. Guys will do that, but the most part, you just don't the night before the game. It's the Friday before the game at home.
Right.
I've been in those huddles Saturday morning, the walkthrough huddles. Everybody reeks. You can really smell the alcohol coming from everywhere. But it is it's definitely a thing. I can't believe I didn't bet that game either.
Yeah, they got hit hard.
All right, so in the game itself, our buddy Ruben does our show showdown. Hopefully I didn't out him there, but he said he was at the game and Harden showed up at the arena at 4:36 p.m. for a 6 o'clock game. That's not normal, is it? That's a South Beach type situation.
Yeah, that's not normal. I don't know. I don't have any knowledge of it, but you should usually be there earlier then.
Yeah, probably a couple hours there.
Also, the early game, that hurts too because
it's 1 hour. It's an extra hour. Yeah, they definitely could have slept and caught up on that one. Yeah. The other thing from that game was the referee, and I'm curious to get your reaction on this one. I was kind of entertained by it, but Harden gets a travel in the game, and the ref comes out there and does a little kind of travel dance. I don't even know if you want to call it.
Oh, is that Sean Corbin?
I knew you were going to know who it was.
I think that's Sean Corbin. Let's see. 1, 2, what? Did he travel?
I don't know. He does so many Euro steps and moves and new shots and stuff. I can't keep track of it.
You know me, dude. I don't. You know me with my refs.
What time? I don't know what time in the game. I think it's funny, but it is bringing attention to yourself when the ref's job is to be invisible, right? I mean, shouldn't they be invisible?
Yeah, I've had someone argue with me that the refs in the NBA can be part of the show. They've referenced the Joey Crawfords and the guys like that who are part of the product, which is fine. So I don't want to, but I don't need your show to upshow the actual show. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
and maybe that's my point is, I mean, if it was in the first half, like if that's in the fourth quarter, less than 2 minutes, I'm pissed.
Right.
Like, especially if I'm a player.
Hey,
like,
hey,
this
doing?
isn't the time. If it's 46-14, and even that ref is like, these guys reek, which he might have been. He's like, all right. I'm gonna, like they're too hungover to complain. Then I'm kind of okay with it. So it's sort of like, I guess everything that I complain about is situational. It depends on when it was in the game. If it's the first half, yeah, you can go ahead and do it. Set your tone. I'm not having the big problem with it. It wasn't, was it a travel?
So as a Heat fan, you're a Heat fan, right?
Yeah.
You had gone to that game. Yeah, you would have been pissed because they didn't play well, or would you just been happy to see your team rail?
I probably would have been pissed that they showed up like that.
Really?
Ultimately, I would have been with my 7-year-old, so we probably wouldn't even stayed much like past the second half. But yeah, if I was somebody who paid a lot of money and was there to see Harden and Westbrook, I'd be a little bit. But that's probably, let's be honest. I mean, that's probably what some fans actually did. Went to watch those guys and were like, "Oh, this is what we get." Hey, I don't know if I
South Beach should get you every time.
I will. I think I told you. When I was in high school, my dad had season tickets to the Heat. We'd go out occasionally, so I wanted to go see Jordan. I was like, I want to see Jordan. So we went down to see Jordan. Was so pumped up about it. I think he had 18. Like, I think if you went back and looked at Michael Jordan's worst games of all time, I think it's like one of the worst 10. Yeah. It was one of them. And I remember thinking, man, he sucked. Like, I had no idea what the South Beach flu was at the time.
Right.
He was probably not only out till late, probably had a card game after that, then went to the golf course,
and then played Lagorce earlier.
Exactly, probably played 36 and then showed up to the arena totally dead, which is why he had 18. So yeah, I was a little bit bummed about that.